G'day everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, we have got some boxes here. All three deliveries that I was expecting have all turned up at once. So, let's go through them all. We'll do all of these in one foul swoop so you guys can see what's coming in. So, what we need to do is put my spectacles on. We need to get our trusty knife. And we'll start with this bad boy here on the ground. Okay, so here it is. We'll get our knife in here and we will try not to kill ourselves. Oops. I gave this a bit of a sharpen up actually in preparation, and it's paying dividends. Right. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got in here. I better put this on the ground because it's pretty heavy. With a piece of polystyrene to start with. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got here. So, now this is a company that contacted me and wanted to talk to me about whether I could have a look at their headphone stand for my headphones, and I said yes, I absolutely could have a look at that and talk to you guys about the ergonomics of of their headphone stand. And also I know a lot of you are in apartments or in small spaces or office situations where you have got a desktop rig set up, and I thought, well, let's have a little look at that as an option and talk about what can come into the channel here that you guys might be interested in, because I'm trying to cater for everybody and give you all a review on some products that might help your journey in audio in that situation. So this is a company called Ion Forge, and they have provided me for review their headphone. Now this is beautifully boxed up, by the way. So a nice catalog there from them. And put that aside. The foam is all absolutely beautiful. So we've got, actually I think it's best that I show you this as we unwrap it. So as this box opens up, you can see that when we take this away, we have a part of their headphones there. Now this is very nice. This is really quality. This looks look at the way this is forged and made, and beautiful, super high quality here. Obviously we're going to be doing some assembling, which is fine. And so further to that, when we take that section out, we get another section here which will probably be the pad that'll sit on the top of that spine for the headphones to sit. So we'll place that there. We've obviously got our bag of bolts and fitting accessories, and then we take this next section out, place that on the ground. We've got the base. This is all really well packed. Like 10 out of 10, guys. This is beautifully put together and packed. Now there is the base with their logo there, and so I would suggest what we're doing is we are placing that on there like so, and with the accompanying bolts, and then we would be placing this on here so that you would get somewhere to. Now this is solid. This is absolutely solid, really strong and solid. 3 parts here. There is nothing flimsy about this at all. And so we'll put this together, and I'll give you a look at this when it's all put together. and we'll sit a pair of my headphones on there, and I'll talk to you guys about the ergonomics around this headphone setup. But I can already tell just by looking at that there's going to be an ease of being able to place headphones on and off that, and so that's really promising. Again, 10 out of 10 for the boxing. Now we have another thing in here from this lovely firm. Oh, this is quite heavy too. So we'll get that other box out of the road. And here is the second box from Ion Forge. And this is, again, beautifully boxed together. So we've got more of this nice, foam type foam base. Now, what we're doing here is, again, let's just make sure that we are super clear about what's happening here for you guys. The way this is packed is spot on. So this will travel anywhere around the world and come to you looking as new as it left the factory. I can assure you of that. So we've got another piece of this stuff which exposes a rubber mat, as you can see there. And we have there's spots in here to put your fingers so that you can pull each of these segments. Again, this is solid steel. This is not light. So we take another one of these out. We have essentially another rubber mat that looks and should be identical. Another steel plate here. So that's those four. Try not to drop any of those. And then other little bits and pieces of the same foam stuff. We go further, another piece, and then we go through what is another very heavy base. As you can see, this is all super high quality stuff. Rubber feet that you can see there on the back. Another piece, and then the identical. Now I don't know whether you guys are working this out or not as yet, but what I have in here is, I'll grab one of these out because we've got the identical on the other side. What I have in here is this is a mechanism that bolts together with these uppers and these lowers with these rubber pads. And these are desktop speaker stands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble these, and there is some assembly to do obviously, but that's fine. We've also got some other small accessories that come with this box. So obviously, we've got all of the lowers and the uppers in this section. We've got the two bodies of the stands in here that fit here and here, and then we've got their accessories. It's almost a bit like a balanced amplifier. We've got a channel there, and the center sections in there. So beautifully boxed again. These are desktop monitor stands, and they come in here with perfect timing because on Thursday I will be getting in for review Osborne loudspeakers EOS and EOS Elite. These are Greg's smallest monitors. We will put these up on these stands once they're assembled, and we will we're going to put these speaker stands through their paces, and we're going to also look at the smaller speakers in Greg's speaker range so that we can actually review those. And I thought a perfect opportunity to talk to Ion Forge about providing me with their speaker stands and their headphone setup so that I can talk to you guys about these products and we can put them through their paces as well. So there's a bit of assembly to do here, but nothing major. You do not need to be a rocket scientist to put this stuff together. It all looks fairly easy. So we'll go through that process. I'll do a video and explain how I'm putting it all together for you, so you can see all that. But that is the Ion Forge offering with their that looks to be their headphone stand assembled on their brochure. So we're going to put all this together. We'll go through all of that, and we'll work our way through it, and we'll look at it together as a community, and we'll talk about it together as a community. Right. Next box. Trusty knife. Right. Let's break into this and see what we've got in here. This box looks relatively familiar to me. So we will slip through here and oh boy. This knife's a lot sharper after I dealt with the sharpening side of things, because I'm really getting through things very quickly here. So here we go. Now, this is exciting. I knew this was coming, and I was pretty sure I'm getting familiar with the sort of boxes that I've got here now. Here we have the Network Acoustics Tempest switch. So this is a precision ultra low noise Ethernet switch from Network Acoustics from Rob and Rich. Oh boy, now this is pretty big. So let's turn this over. Let's slide the box out, and it really is a glove-like fit of a box within a box. So here's the baby right here. So let us have a look in here and see what we've got. So it's the typical fantastic, amazing boxing that Network Acoustics provide. We have a brochure owner's manual there. Now, Rob and Rich do this with everything, and I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful touch. This is a handwritten note, a certificate of authenticity, and this one's from Rich, and there you can see the handwritten comments by Rich from Network Acoustics, and everything that I've got comes with a card of authenticity like this. It is super well done. This company is, as far as I'm concerned, hitting it out of the park when it comes to the quality of their products. You guys have been seeing what's been happening on the channel with the products that I've already had here for review. I am a fan of this company. I will say that from the outset, because every single thing that I have got from them so far has made a noticeable improvement to my digital system. And I'm expecting this is not going to be any different. So let us go through this process. So, right. Now this is pretty impressive. So again, we've got a foam box within a box. And we have in here, and this is firmly put in here like a finger in a glove, to be honest. Right. So again, we're in a beautiful, beautiful felt bag from Network Acoustics. Again, this is the sort of stuff that you know means you're going to have some quality here. Right. Have a look at this. So there it is. This is the network. You can see this is a sizable component. Fittings on the back. So this is literally, from what I understand, and we will certainly get this in the system and have a really good listen to it, and we'll be talking about this. This is about as good as a network switch gets. The quality and the work that is done here on producing something of this quality is up there with the best of the best. stuff. I've been doing a lot of reading about this before I have. I asked Rob to send me one out for review, and I'm very, very excited to have it here. I'm very, very excited to put it in the system, and very, very excited to go through it with you guys, so that you can also be part of this. So we are, handmade in the UK. 4 very nice feet along the bottom there, and then of course the Tempest logo there and the Network Acoustics logo, all beautifully stamped in this aluminium chassis. But still, this has some serious weight about it. So that is the switch itself and its beautiful bag. So we'll place that over there, and then we'll go down here and have a further look and see what we can find. So in here we have a bag. Let's slide this out of the bag. And here we have the Network Acoustics power supply for the switch. So, I mean, again, we're not mucking around here, folks. We're really not. We've got an on-off switch here. We've got an IEC input there with a fuse next to it, which you can see there. And we have the umbilical cord input or output, whatever, depending on where you are. And here is that cord itself. So again, we've got Network Acoustics Velcro tie here. So let's take that off. Whoops, and away she goes. So here is the power supply, and look at the quality here, folks. This is typical of this company. It's what I've come to expect now from them. So this is the beautiful nylon jacketed power umbilical, which goes from that section there over to the Tempest switch. So this is their super high quality switch mode power supply, which is becoming quite famous in relation to its ability to provide the power to the Tempest switch. So I'm really looking forward to getting this into the system. It's going to be very exciting for me because from what I understand, I'm going to really hear further improvements. And I sit here and I think to myself, goodness, how's it going to get any better than I'm getting it now? And I keep running into companies like Network Acoustics who have found a way, an improvement. And the only other thing in here, but it doesn't really bear mentioning to me, is a UK plug. Now, there's a story around this, which Rob told me about. They would normally have an Australian one for here in this country, but they'd run out of those. So it's just essentially, I mean, it is still a fairly high quality. We're not talking about like a little licorice strap here. We're talking about, this is, again, this isn't cheap and nasty by any stretch of the imagination. They would normally send one out in Australia with the Australian plug, but they rushed to put this together for me. They didn't have any Australian power cords available, so they sent me out one with the UK, but they know full well that I'm going to put a quality IEC power cord to an Australian end on that switch mode power supply, which I will be. They were quite correct in assuming that. But normally you would get the appropriate power cord for your country. So that is a pretty exciting day already, because we've got lots going on with the Network Acoustics Tempest Ethernet switch. So that is going to be exciting. We'll get that in the system. We'll talk about that as it goes in, and there's a fair bit of evolution that takes place in relation to these things. Rob was telling me that when you fly these sort of electronics around the world, and the change in pressures and what have you can tend to cause a longer period of evolution. And I've absolutely experienced that myself. I know it to be absolutely the case, and again here, I'm to expect that according to Rob. He said give it a good 200 hours to evolve, and you'll start to. He said you'll notice an immediate improvement, and then he said you will notice gradual improvements over that first 200 hours. Anyone that gets them shipped out, locally is finding about a 50-hour evolution time, and then they've settled down. So anyway, we'll go through that process, and we will listen, and I'll comment on that when I'm reviewing. And we have a third box, folks. We have a third box. Oh boy, and this one's heavy too. Oh, right. Okay. So let us get into this one and see what we've got in here. Right. Now this is, whoops, there we go. Right. Didn't cut my nose off. Okay, so we have so what we have in here is we have a little, let's rip this open and have a little look at it. Oh, it's good, it's nice, a little rip cord there, and it's like getting a record. But in actual fact, what we have here is the Serene record mat. Oops, I'll try and do that without you guys getting reflections everywhere. So this is the current packaging for the Serene record mat, which you can see here. Now, I have one of these, but the boys sent me out one for demoing for my community. Certainly my local people I want to give them one that I can, so I can keep one here for myself, obviously, because at the moment mine is over with my good friend Travis, who is having lots of fun with it. So the boys are good enough to send me out another mat that I can use for demonstrating. So we have the new packaging, of course. This is the current packaging for Stack Audio. Beautiful raised embossed logo there for Stack Audio, and then these are like a magnetic box. This stuff's just beautifully packaged up too. More writing here, removing the vibration and revealing the music. So what I've asked for in here is a few more sets of the Over EQs. Because I'm running out of them, folks. I literally have them under everything in my system now, and I have new components and things that I need to have a surplus of these things for, so that I can try with and without and get back to you guys. Because I will tell you right here and right now, this is the best component and speaker isolation that I have ever come across in my 30 plus years of being in this industry. This stuff is the gold standard. There isn't anything I have tried, and I've tried them all, or just about all of them anyway, and I have not found a component or speaker isolation product that is better than what Stack Audio are providing. And the brilliant part about all this is they are reasonably priced. So if you're thinking about getting your components up off anything that may be vibrating, which creates all kinds of issues, which I've done reviews on, and you can go back through my channel and look in my playlist, and you'll see plenty you'll see a Stack Audio playlist, where I put all the reviews for the products that I've had. And of course, I've reviewed the Ulva EQs, and I am such a fan of them. I've got more of them now because I want them in my system. I want them under everything. I want to be able to talk to you guys about the differences between having them in and not having them in, and whether there is any to talk about. So that's exactly what's happening here. We also have from Stack Audio here. Again, it's beautiful. The new packaging is phenomenal, guys. It really is, with that little, magnetic flap. And in here we have Serene stabilizer weight that sits on the top of the record. Again, beautifully boxed. And this is a very, very unique product. It has a trampolining effect. Can I see that? And it has their proprietary particle dampening technology inside this, and it is again, it is out with my friend Travis. So I have a set both of the stabilizer weight and the mat for my personal use here, and another one now for lending out to people to see what they think. Okay, so I think we have again another set of the EQs here, the component isolation from Stack Audio. So I've got two sets of those here, which I've already got homes for. Don't worry about that. This is crazy. And oh god, this is the heavy bit. Oh boy. Right. Now, have I got any space down here? Because I'll only show you one, because they're the same things times two. So if we slide this little box off here, you can see again, this is the same box arrangement. The new box is from Stack Audio, and in here we have times two. So this is for one speaker, two sets of Ulva 100 speaker isolation. So again, I have shown these before in a previous video, but this is some new stock of component and speaker isolation for me, specifically for demoing purposes. So I have a set of the Ulva 100 speaker isolation underneath my Wilsons, and I've actually pulled those off my Wilsons and unscrewed them and placed them under these speakers that you can see here, the Osborne Epitomes. Unfortunately, this shipment from Stack Audio got held up in customs here in Australia, and it's long overdue. Customs, there was all kinds of issues around that, which I won't go into. But at the end of the day, they've eventually got here. But the speaker review for the Osborne Epitome review is coming very soon, and I needed to get the Ulva 100s underneath it so I could do some notes about that to talk to you guys about what the speaker sounded like on the ground, and yet what it sounds like with the Ulva 100s underneath them. So I'm toward the end of that review now. It's coming soon. I've just got some final notes to write about that. But this is a spare set of 100s that the boys at Stack Audio have provided me for being able to use under review sample speakers that I have in here moving into the future. And apart from that as well, is that I'll be able to send these out on demo for people that are interested in having a listen to them under their speakers that are, local. Luckily for anyone local around here, they actually are heading up to a friend of mine, Travis, who I talk about a bit on the channel, who's a very good mate of mine, and Travis will be trying them underneath his speakers pretty soon, and but they'll always be around to put under any review speakers that I have coming here on the channel. Well, the floor is full, folks. There is stuff everywhere. You've seen it all here. It's all been unboxed right here in front of you for the first time that I've seen any of this stuff. I've got a bit of assembly to do now, and I've got a few things to get in and get powered up into the system. So all of that is going to start to happen now, and we'll be talking about it all pretty soon. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. It's been a big day today, a long video with all these boxes to open and go through. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned, because the reviews for all of these components are coming very, very soon. We're going to do this as a community together. If you're enjoying these videos, please show your support by giving them a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that so you don't miss any of this madness we've got here going on at an Aussie Audiophile. All these boxes turning up with all this amazing equipment. I get you guys to see it by filming the unboxing videos. We go through the process of listening to it. I give you my unbiased, absolute opinion. All you will get here on this channel from me is my honest opinion of the products that I have coming in here before me. That I promise you, here, now, and into the future. So if you like that, if that's the sort of thing that you value and appreciate, consider becoming a part of our amazing community here at an Aussie Audiophile, because we'd love to have you come along for the journey. So until we talk again, it's bye for now.